Hello, I'm Jean Nipper, and welcome to my Understanding by Design workshop. Today we're going to go over the Stage 1 UbD template. Here I have completed one, and we'll go through each section addressing what should be included. Here on the Stage 1 UbD template, this is where we identify desired results, where we have our course and unit summary. Here is all the basic information that is needed to understand what the course is, the purpose of it, the hosting organization, if there are textbooks required for the class, if there are links to online resources that the students can use. Specifically, we'll address the unit, how long it is, how it's delivered, the design, how are you associated with this. We'll move into our unit summary, where here, it says right here, in your own words, use simple words, summarize what the course is about. And that way it captures what the unit in this course is about. The next area is the professional organization for content. This is where your competencies or standards are based. What organization is responsible? And you may have multiple professional organizations that you have to tie in. This is where we actually list our standards or competencies. Now, most organizations have a coding that's preset, and that's what you use here. And then you actually write in the detailed standard and competency, because this is going to be tied into what you're teaching in your unit. Transfer is that area, as if you recall from the information session of our workshop, that this is what do you want the students to be able to do on their own without the instructor in the world after this class. What is the end goal? What is the big idea here? This coding here, it says T for transfer, and then you'll number as many as you have. And then on this side, this is where those competency codes, remember up here where we put in our standards and competencies and they had the preset codes? That's where we will tie that in. What does this connect with? We then move into the meaning section, which there are two portions of that. There are essential questions and understandings. The essential questions is something a little bigger. It's something that's generalized. It may go beyond your unit, beyond your course. It may go across the curriculum. It may go across time and locations. For example, on this one, what is art? It is something that is not necessarily easily defined. It's based on perspective and time and experience, and there's so many factors that go into that. So our essential questions will have our code numbering system with a Q this time, and as many as you have down here. And again, we want to tie in the competency codes so that we know how does this relate to what we're required to teach. Our understandings directly support the essential question. The understandings are in the form of a statement rather than a question. These are the details that the students actually need to understand in the unit. What do they gain from the unit? And these will be identified with you and then the same numbering system. And again, we tie in the competencies over here. The next section, as we move backwards in our design, is acquisition. This is where we address the knowledge and skills that students need in order to be able to come to those understandings through inference, through practice, through exercises, through discussions, and that eventually it aids in the process of being able to construct meaning and answer those essential questions. So there's always a base level of knowledge and skills that's necessary, and some students come with that skill or that knowledge and some do not. So these are the ones that need to be acquired by the students in order to accomplish the unit. Your knowledge, what do they have to know? These will be numbered as well with a K, and again we tie in the competency codes over here. Our skills, what are the students going to be able to perform? What do they need to be able to do? Actual tasks. And this skill code will be S and numbered accordingly. And again, tying in the competency codes off to the right. So there are more knowledge and skills than there are understandings and essential questions. That is the end of our Stage 1. Next time, when you join me, we will move on to Stage 2, when we will be determining the acceptable evidence. Thank you.